and it is time once again for Fun with Math. No, that is not an oxymoron. You can actually have fun with mathematical equations, and here is one that I like especially. All right, Harry, I'm going to start with you. This is a mathematical equation. Caleb Williams.
I like this.
Plus Ben Johnson plus a remade offensive line. They've been busy in free agency, right? And trades and all the stuff they're doing. Equals what in Chicago?
They're going to be able to make the playoffs.
Oh,
in 2025.
make the playoffs. I like this. Hold on.
The reason why I say this is this reason right here, Greeny. When you look at a guy like Joe Tooney, who's won multiple Super Bowls, a solid veteran, played underneath center for not only Patrick Mahomes, but also Tom Brady.
Yep.
Caleb Williams can learn something from that big boy. Jonah, right here.
Yeah.
This man right here.
Yeah.
He's already been in the system.
Yeah.
Of Ben Johnson in Detroit before.
Right. Yeah.
So he's going to be helping coaching everyone else. They're going to draft a running back, and we know that this guy right here, Ben Johnson, the head coach, also the play caller, wants to run the football. The pass game is going to mirror the run game. They're going to make the playoffs in 2025.
The success of this franchise rides on Caleb Williams. In the span of 24 hours, before the new league year even begins next week, before they even go out and make dramatic upgrades, they went out and added 2 quality offensive linemen. So they are telling you right away that the quarterback is the most important guy out there, and we're going to do everything we can to elevate that guy, make sure he's protected, and give him all the help that he needs to have a successful NFL season and career.
What do you think, D. Wood? Are the Bears a playoff team?
Yeah, I think they could be. I think Ben Johnson saw what it's supposed to look like those years in Detroit. Okay, you talk about Jared Goff. Jared Goff had all type of success in Detroit. Why?
Great line.
Great line. Great offensive line. See, when Ryan Poles talked about missing steps in the process, part of that is you getting all these shiny weapons, but you're not addressing this.
Right.
Offensive line. That's what Ben Johnson comes in because he's seen what a great offensive line can do for all of these guys, especially the quarterback.
Come in a little tighter on my equation, if you would, please, because the alternative to the Bears being a playoff team is them watching on the couch like they have been the last couple of years. And if that is the case, will it be because of Caleb Williams? I heard our friend Chris Canty on radio this morning saying there's a lot of pressure. Last year, as poorly as Williams played and as that offense looked, most of the blame was distributed to a lot of other places. This year is the heat on the kid.
So what you want to do is you want to take all the excuses away. So it falls squarely on your shoulder. If you don't get it done, it's not because you didn't have an offensive line. It's not because you didn't have the weapons. It's not because you didn't have a running back. It's because of what you didn't do out there. And I think that's what they're doing in Chicago.
But I would also say this. That's why you bring this guy in.
Yeah.
Right? That's why you bring these 2 guys in. So this guy can get right.
It goes back to him every time.
That's my point. If things don't go well, it's going to be about him. All right, D. Wood, help me turn this thing around if you would be so kind, please. Yep. I have one more mathematical equation for us today. This is DK Metcalf.
Professor Greeny's in session here.
I'm having a very good time. This was my calling. DK Metcalf, he told the Seahawks he wants to be traded, right? So he wants out. So the equation here, D. Wood, is DK Metcalf plus whom equals Super Bowl trophy. So I'm going to take this off. Go ahead, put your team up there.
Put your team up there. D-Wood, put your team up there.
We got an improper. I'm going with the Steelers, but I'm not feeling this part. Right? We need to do something with our math equation here.
Okay. He doesn't make the Steelers.
He can do that. I love this thing.
Okay, fair enough.
Now, this is the equation. I'm feeling that equation right there.
Do we have a quarterback sticker? Like, where does that go in with the question mark? The quarterback and the question mark,
I don't
right?
know. Somehow I have 2 question marks left.
Well, they have a lot of question marks at quarterback.
Okay, well, actually, let's do this then. Let's take DK Metcalf off, and let's put the question mark over here. Shefty, which quarterback should the Steelers sign to get to the
playoffs with DK Metcalf,
right?
They're working with Justin Fields to see if they can get a deal done. They're working with Russell Wilson to see if they can get a deal done. They have no quarterbacks under contract. So you can go trade for this guy, right, somewhere over here and make him work, but you still have a major question mark at the quarterback position.
I mean, by the way, for the record, I'm the only one who touches the board. But that's a different conversation.
Sorry for Pastor Green.
Where do you want, all kidding aside, DK Metcalf, where do you want
So
him?
I have DK Metcalf plus the Kansas City Chiefs equals a Super Bowl.
Well, yeah.
And here's my thinking here is that we know Travis Kelce is coming back for his last year. Why not go for the gusto? You're not bringing in DK Metcalf to sign him to $30 million a year, that whole nine. No, you're bringing him in saying that we know Travis Kelce is going to give us his all for this 1 year. Let's go for the gusto. Let's bring in a receiver. We got Rashee Rice coming back. You're going to have Travis Kelce. Why not give him that physically imposing wide receiver out wide?
Shefty, the team I like, and this is the Chargers. I think that is a team to watch. They need help at receiver. They've got Ladd McConkey on one side. I think Harbaugh is gearing up for maybe this to be a year he thinks they can make a deep run.
You know what's interesting? DK Metcalf is interested in the Chargers, and Devontae Adams is interested in the Chargers, and there's a lot of people that have interest in the Chargers because they know that it's a good team. They know the type of coach Jim Harbaugh is, and they know the type of quarterback that they have. So which one of these wide receivers is going to wind up in L.A. with the Chargers? That becomes, hey, your Charger sticker fell there, Professor.
Yeah, but that becomes the big question mark of the NFL.
So I threw a curveball here, Shefty. I threw a curveball here.
And I'm good with the curveball. By the way, I like the two teams on both sides of the Raiders.
Yeah.
The Giants.
You like the Giants for Russell Wilson?
And the Colts. Again,
Russell Wilson.
Those are two teams I'm watching. The Raiders could be in play. The Giants and Colts, I think these are the three teams we're watching on Russell Wilson.
I really like
if, by the way, that's if the Steelers don't get done.
Right.
I mean,
let me go back to the Giants for a minute quickly here.
Yeah.
Do we expect the Giants are picking at 3? There's so many different options there. They could go the veteran route. I keep hearing Aaron Rodgers' name connected there. They could draft a quarterback if one of the two big guys winds up at 3. They could move up from there. What is your sense of the Giants' plan?
I think all of those are in play. And
Right.
I think they're sifting through it. And I think that it depends on the day. For instance, I think everybody was waiting to see whether Sam Darnold would be tagged or not. So now he hasn't been. So now I think the Giants are going to have to investigate whether Sam Darnold would be possible, whether he would be interested in coming to New York, what his price would be. Okay, we know they're interested in Aaron Rodgers to some extent. Russell Wilson is also on their radar. At the same time, regardless of what happens with any of those quarterbacks, they are in the quarterback market for the draft. But there's also the possibility that sitting at 3, that they can't move up, that they're blocked out, and that they can't get one of the top 2 quarterbacks in this draft, which makes this quarterback decision, where they're going to go, even that much more important, because there is the possibility it could get blocked out, though I do think they're going to be aggressive about trying to move up in the draft.
Cam Ward and then maybe Shedeur Sanders are the 2 names. Okay, let's do Aaron Rodgers last. So this is sort of a unique one. I don't know how closely you can see the table here, but we've got the Giants, we've got the Steelers, and then we covered this one. This just is like a darkness retreat.
Right.
Okay? So this was Jack's depiction of a darkness retreat, which would mean just sort of hanging him up, like riding off into the sunset and going to a darkness retreat and contemplating his future there. Smash the 2 he's not going to do. No Giants, no. Ow! Wow, that literally. He's going into the darkness. He's got Rodgers going into the darkness.
Going to the darkness, man. Like, listen, why go out sad playing for the Giants? Like, if you're Aaron Rodgers, you've been through 2 years with the Jets, and we saw how that unfolded. To go to the Giants, who they're not giving you any chance of being a team that's going to vie for a Super Bowl or anything like that. And, I just think, man, you're a first-ballot Hall of Famer. You tried it with the Jets, time to ride it off.
What do you think, Harry?
I think for Aaron Rodgers, it's a pride thing, right? And not being able to save the New York Jets organization, I don't think he wants to go out like that. I think he wants to go out playing some good football and then ride into the sunset, even if it's not winning the Super Bowl.
I agree. I don't think he wants. Listen, I'm not like I'm having conversations with him, so I don't know this for certain. I don't think he wants to be done. I think he wants to play. I just think the question is there a fit out there for him that makes sense?
And that's the issue right now. When Matthew Stafford went back to Los Angeles, that took away what was clearly
2, 3, 4, 5. Rồi móc xuống. Mình siết chặt lại. Ok rồi, móc tiếp nhiều mũi tiếp theo. 1 này. Đây. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tiếp tục nha mọi người. Đấy, mình móc tiếp xuống. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rồi mình lại móc xuống nữa nhé. Mọi người cứ làm luân phiên cho đến hết. Móc tiếp những mũi tiếp theo nha. Tiếp tục. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bây giờ lại móc xuống này. Rồi mình thít dây lại. Bây giờ móc tiếp những mũi tiếp theo cũng y như vậy nhé. Đây, móc tiếp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Móc xuống này. Ok rồi. Tiếp tục móc mũi tiếp theo.